Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome to our live chat. I'm Heather, I'm Director of Education here at Luminess. I hope everybody's having a great day today. It is Tuesday. I am sorry that I missed you Friday and Monday. I was under the weather. And so hopefully we are back on the swing of things. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? Again, oh, good. We're on YouTube as well. Good morning. Good morning. I can't see numbers. So let me, actually, as long as I can see that, that's fine. So I can see everybody right now. Hello. Hey, Muzi. How are you? Melissa. So yeah, it has been one crazy 4 or 5 days. What I thought started off as a sinus infection just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I find out today if I have walking pneumonia. So that's one extreme to the other, huh? Oh, Melissa, I'm sorry. Guys, give me whatever recipe. I never want to be sick again. Like, I cannot handle being sick. I'm a pretty strong woman as far as it takes a lot to make me feel bad. Or I can, still do things. But this was the first time I didn't have fever, but I've also been on antibiotics since Thursday. And it kicked my booty. I lost 10 pounds, but kicked my booty. So yeah, I find out today. I had to do a chest x-ray yesterday. And so there you go. But Musette always brings it home for me. She's like, you know, there is not a recipe for not getting sick. I know. You've been sick too, Rebecca? Is it the drainage in the sinus? Let me just tell you right now, Cindy, they are not working quickly. I've been on these since Thursday. So I heard vitamin C. This one's going to be about how to stay better, how to stay well. I actually am. I'm not one that takes vitamins or supplements on a daily basis, but today I'm going to start. I'm definitely going to start. So I feel better. I mean, hello, I'm at work. I'm not contagious, so that's a good thing. Rebecca, it's exactly what mine did. So the reason I think I have walking pneumonia is with this congestion, because I believe, honestly, I do believe I had a sinus infection. I had a sinus infection. Make sure you breathe. I did short breaths, and they say that a lot of people get pneumonia after car accidents, because if your breath gets taken out, if you get hit and you're like, and then it hurts to breathe, you don't take deep breaths, and that can hurt you a little, from not taking deep breaths. So if you do feel bad, if it's that congestion and all that stuff that's going on right now, please make sure to take deep breaths. Best thing to do is your phone. If you have an iPhone, it has that breath thing. Mine will tell me when to take deep breaths, and do it. Care of packets. I actually think I did those, and I think I still have some. And I did like that. They have, there are a lot of companies. Cindy just told me about a company that actually you can, if it's the same one, you can go in, ask questions, and then they customize vitamins for you, and it comes in packs, and it even has your name on them, I believe. But it's pretty cool. So we're really going to put the makeup to the test today. And I have not had any makeup on since Thursday. And so, hello, Leora. And so I get to put makeup back on. And it makes it where I'm not going to look sick. And so we kind of joke about this, about, when you're using Luminess, and then when you're sick, and people are like, oh, well, you don't look sick. it's hard because Luminess can make you look so good and hide that sickness. So it's kind of one of those good and bad situations. You're like, no, really, I'm sick. I'm just Luminous. So there you go. All right. I want to go ahead. My face is prepped. I do have on the AM lotion. And I have on the snapback serum, and I love the snapback serum, guys. Kelly, I did make your soup. I did. It did actually make me feel better, which was so weird. I think it was that chicken broth. I had to do it as a tea. But ooh, it smells like blah. But I did feel like it made me feel better. And Donnie, I did get your message, girl. I'm sorry. I just did not. I'm sick when I don't even feel like answering text messages. I mean, people were texting me. I'm like, sick. Yeah. Like I couldn't even answer. So I apologize that I did not answer emails or messages. But hey, new day today. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. No, I did. I went and the day Kelly told me a recipe it's called witch doctor soup. And so I made all of it and then drank it. Actually shared it with people here. I might do that again but oh, that smell. Anyway, enough about being under the weather. I know. So even if I do have, which I'll find out today with the chest x-ray, if I have walking pneumonia, I can still be at work. They just have to change antibiotics like every 2 weeks or something like that. I don't know. So we'll see. Good times. It's one of those things, like if you've been sick for as long as since Thursday and then I'm still not 100%, like I want something. I don't want it to be like, oh, she just has some sinus. Like, give it to me and let me have a name to it. Let me take some medicine and get it over with. Does that make sense? Because I'm not a wimp. I don't just be like, oh, I'm all sick. Like, I come to work regardless. I have to feel pretty bad not to. All right, let's get to work. All right, face is moisturized. And guys, I have to tell you, I have been moisturizing this face. Again, being sick and depleted, like I haven't been eating, nothing sounds good. And being able to put moisture back into my face has been very important. And so that's something, I'm probably going to have to prep for too. Starting to feel better. I do notice I feel like I have more lines around my eyes. So that is something I'm definitely going to have to prep for. And that's with the Airbrush Essentials. The Airbrush Essentials, you're going to get the porcelain, the X Out, and eraser. And I always tell you, you're never going to have to use those all three at one time. One, that's way too much makeup to have to put on even before you're airbrushing. So you won't have to use all of that at once, but there's going to be a time and a place for different things. So having to put moisture back into my face and plump up these fine lines and wrinkles. So if I was like sick, that's slap moisturizer on because you're going to be so dehydrated. And so wrinkles and crinkles might show up even more if you're dehydrated. And so at this time, one thing I would want to use is porcelain. I might not have to use eraser or X Out because I haven't worn makeup for 4 days. My skin, I've cleaned my skin. It's, it hasn't had any, build up. I didn't sleep in makeup. It's been able to breathe and do whatever it wants to since I've been under the weather. And so now I'm going to use the porcelain first before doing anything else. Oh, baby. Musette, I'm so sorry. Oh, no. Yeah, broths are a lifesaver. Oh, all right. Now I actually added a lot. So I'm just going, even though I do have my AM lotion on, I'm still going to airbrush this moisturizer on. Yes, Rebecca, share. Just kidding. And I'm just going to bring this all around. Now, what's great about this is the fact that this is colorless. So I can spray this wherever. It's also a great one to practice with. It is a little denser than the makeup. And so sometimes you do have to pull back a little harder on the trigger. But number one, it feels amazing. But two, it'll give you the feeling of how the makeup's going to feel when it sprays on your face. But again, this is something I can spray all over to get moisture back into my face. I can concentrate it around my eye area and make sure that I am getting that moisture to plump the wrinkles and crinkles. I now want to go in and I'm going to use the light beige concealer. Uh-oh. Donnie's in Facebook jail. And usually if I will tell you, so, you know, guys, you hear me say all the time, there's always different ways to put Luminess on. There's always different blah, 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 or there's blah, 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 whatever, you know, like whatever look you're going for, whatever, you know, my way of doing it or my look, you might like that, but tweak it a little bit, or you might like this, or you might, so there's always different ways of putting it on to get the look that you want. So in this case, I just want to explain, like I'm explaining why I would use the porcelain. I want to explain what my decisions are today, just to show you how you can make your decisions. Does that make sense? So today, since I need some makeup, I'm using the CC concealer because I'm wanting more coverage. I want to make sure that this is covered. Now I'm not, even though our concealers, our regular traditional concealers give me amazing coverage, I don't want to use those today because I don't want them to collect under here. Not that they do, but if I'm going to be feeling a little more sensitive under eye area, also from being sick, I want it more of a lighter feeling. Then that's why I'm going to stick to all airbrushing today. Okay. Now, if I was going to an event, I hadn't been sick, and I wanted to maybe jazz it up a little bit more, then I might try, or I might use the concealers, traditional concealers. All thanks, Dawn. But that's why I'm picking the light beige concealer. Another one I would use, and one that Musette uses, is the peach color corrector. That's another great one to use. It is the easiest of color correctors to use because it is peach. It is more of a on the fleshy side, whereas like if you're using the green is for redness. So if you like turn and look in the mirror and what you see is redness and that's what you need to cover, and you want to use the CC green color or the color corrector, you might want to put a drop of your foundation in there just so it helps even out that green. Because if you spray a little hard on that, or if you spray too hard with the green, you'll look green, okay? So you need to spray super light. All right, everybody's like, peach is the bomb. So the other thing, like I would use peach, even though I have redness here, I still like it underneath my eyes, any brown spots, things like that. I'm not going to switch back and forth on color correctors. Again, way too much work. Like I need to make it simple, easy, and look flawless. Hello, bag. Yeah, I hope I said it right. How are you? All right, so this is the light beige concealer under the eyes and blend, under the eyes and blend down. You see that I don't stay in those spots very long. And I'm going to blend. And I only put about 3 drops, and I'm only concentrating because this one's almost out. I need some more in here. But I'm really just well, I'm going to have to put more because I don't think it did. I'm concentrating the CC concealer. Actually, it's out. So, man, we're almost out of all this. Let's switch to the peach, which is almost out as well. Because they're very similar, but they're going to give you good coverage. Oh, Lisa, you're so sweet. All right, so I'm still going to use that to cover my red nose. And I'm going to pat that out because if I got it, if I did get, I know I need a restock. Anybody know where I can purchase some CC concealer? I'm going to go in and just smooth that out. Now I know I do not have to cover this 100% because why? Why am I not worried about covering it 100%? I'm going to let y'all answer. Yay! What time is it there? Should be like, are you 12? How many hours change are you? All right, I'm adding some of my 3. Yes. Actually, I'm not allowed in the warehouse. They banned me. All right, so now I have my drops. Now I'm not worried about the coverage because when you're doing the pre-coverage, it's just that's exactly it. You're just starting that coverage. Every time you airbrush, I don't care what it is, blush, bronzer, eraser, X out, whatever it is, you're getting some coverage. And so now I have shade 3, and now I'm going to finish my coverage. So starting at one spot around my face, keep going around. The fine mist is very forgiving. But the one thing, like, if I'm using my CC cover up or the peach color corrector, you don't want to cover it 100% because you still have things to do. You still have the foundation. And so you don't have to worry about that all at once. Every step, you're going to be getting the coverage. So again, making my passes. Keep going. And there you go. And there's the coverage that I want. Now keep in mind, foundation, what foundation does, what concealer does. Concealer is pretty obvious, but concealer is you're going to conceal what, those imperfections that we don't want people to know about. But with Luminess, you're still using 10 times less makeup. So with 3 drops, okay, I'm going to say 4 drops total. I covered my redness. Put some underneath to pop out those bags. Then the foundation, few drops, and I get my coverage. My skin still feels moisturized because I added the extra moisturizer with the porcelain. It still feels like my skin. It's not going to feel heavy or cakey. If you feel heavy, cakey, or sticky, know that you're doing something wrong. And I hate to say that because I'm like, you're doing something wrong. Everybody does it, okay? And all that is we just need to tweak it. So we know it's here, and you just have to practice so you can get there. Everyone can get there. It just is going to take a little bit of practice. It normally is because you're pulling back too hard on the trigger. Our whole entire lives, we're used to seeing the makeup go on as soon as we put it on our face. And that is not Luminess. It's a mystery. I've been watching The Curse of Oak Island. I'm obsessed with it right now. And it's a mystery. So yeah, I'm a nerd, but anyway, it is, thank you, Muzette. But yeah, I want it to be like, I want you to go, Heather she does not know what she's thinking. There is nothing coming out. Oh, wait. Oh, so if you're barely pulling back on that trigger, holding it 4 finger widths away, and you keep moving around the face, you got it down. You just might have to tweak that a little bit on how you're doing it, but you can do it. Oh no, Trish, we wouldn't block you. Oh, well, Donnie, you can put a lighter shade of foundation in your X out if you need to lighten it. So there you go. All right, guys, that is it for the 11 o'clock. I will be back at 3, and we'll have some fun today with some product. And we'll continue. So like I said, foundation, I just evened out my skin tone. I'm very flat. And now I'm going in and I'm going to add some concealer. Trish, if it was yesterday, I wasn't on yesterday. So that's why. Today's my first day back. So I'm sorry about that, Trish. So I'm glad to be back too, guys. I missed you. I hope to see you back here at 3. We will continue the look and go from there. All right. All right, guys. Bye for now. See you at 3.